Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Ben and Roman Smart Money Concept Market Overview. It's been a few weeks. I've been on holiday. I enjoyed a little bit of the sun. It was lovely, recharging. It's very important. Can't be glued to the charge every day. And of course, Roman is here with me on the live stream. How are you doing, Roman?
Hello, I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Refreshed. You were here holding the fort on your own from the management team, but it's good to have you back. Or good to be back, I should say. Let us know in the comments if you're here. We'd love to chat with you. We always want to hear about your thoughts about the markets. Today, we're going to be talking about smart money concept. We're going to be talking about the dollar index, Ethereum, Bitcoin, market caps, and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that, please make sure to stay tuned and also subscribe to the channel and like this video. It really helps us to promote this content and create this content for you. And we hope that we can be of value for you, even if you're not a subscriber of Altrady. All right, let's get started. Let's get the chart on the screen. All right, Roman, the stage is yours.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I didn't really prepare a lot for this stream. It was really hard to look at the markets because there is so much indecision.
Yeah, they're a bit
But
brutal
yeah,
at the moment.
let's look and see what we can find. Do you have any thoughts on the market? Any ideas, any biases?
When we the last time we had the live stream, we were talking about how Bitcoin was likely to go down because
Yeah.
August is historically a bad month. Seems to be true, although it's not the massive move down that we anticipated. So the percentage difference between the start of the month and the end of the month, or the current day of the month, isn't that big, I'd say. But still, the direction was correct. August was going down. It saw the high first, and then it moved down. So yeah, I'm just still thinking about September also being a bad month, and then hopefully the last push in November will get us to a new all-time high. And then yeah, I don't know how long this bull run is going to last. Historically speaking, I would say it's going to be closer to the end in the first quarter of next year. But who knows? I mean, it's been a weird bear market before, and now we have a weird bull market. Alt season starting really late. I don't know. Maybe
It's like it seems that the bull market is only for Bitcoin and Ethereum just last few weeks.
Yeah. I mean, well, there are some coins that did really well, like Link, Solana, BNB reached all-time high, things like that. So it's there's been significant movement in the last few weeks.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, in general, your thoughts pretty much aligned with what I have in mind as well. So yeah, I expect to have another drop in September. And then I think that we'll have a good run to the new all-time high, hopefully reaching something around, where's my targets?
I mean, my target, historically speaking, was always 125. I think we've reached that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So that part was true. But
I think I had something here. Yeah, so this is one of the targets that I have here.
yeah, I've heard people talking about 135 as well. It's possible. Crypto Profita says Bitcoin or BNB all-time high. Most of the altcoins are not going to see all-time high. Yeah, that's possible. I mean, there's so much volatility, so much. Yeah, there are actually so many altcoins that it's true. The altcoin liquidity is spread out over the same people. So more altcoins means less liquidity per market.
Yeah, and with the amount of dominance that Bitcoin has, it is very unlikely for altcoins to get any capitalization. But what is possible is that when we reach the new all-time high, like hopefully like 140 or something around that, and then we can see another like it was in 2017, when after Bitcoin reached the all-time high, then all liquidity went into altcoins. And well, maybe we'll see something like this again.
Yeah. So Crypto Profita says there's more than 356 billion unlocked this year for all the altcoins.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's all the altcoins. Do you know how many more altcoins we had?
Yeah, it's like huge drop we had on Bitcoin dominance, 50% in 2017, and then 46% in 2021. So if we reach these targets again, so yeah, we're gonna have some kind of a push into the altcoins, and then everything will catch up with the new all-time highs. But at this point, this is mostly speculation, just guessing.
Well, I mean, what isn't speculation in this in the place we're in?
Yeah, but look at this line that I drew like a couple of months ago. Looks pretty solid, right?
True. Yeah, true.
Yeah, so I assume that we'll have another push down, and maybe we'll reach this historically important 70% dominance on Bitcoin. Yeah, let's also check the other markets. So on TXY, the dollar index, I still expect this move into the monthly fair value gap. That has to happen. Like it has to correct into this area. And if dollar will go there,
right? Yeah, not the second one.
what?
The first one, right? Yeah, not that one.
Yeah. At least the first one. So the second one is,
I mean, it's kind of
likely to get.
It's also kind of like pushing against the trend, right? If you draw the trend line from the top.
Something like this.
Yeah. And I know,
you can say that.
I know trend lines are frowned upon, but I mean, there are plenty of places in the market where you can draw a trend line and they actually do work. People are looking at trend lines. So you might not be trading it, but someone else will be. And if this breaks out, that could definitely be the push towards the monthly fair value gap.
Yeah. I mean, I have nothing against the trend lines. That's what I started with, trend lines and patterns. And the more I learn about trading, I understand that the more techniques you know, the more you can combine and confirm your ideas.
But
So
I mean, in terms of
you
trend
know-
lines, this is a very beautiful trend line with lots of touch points,
Yeah.
significant sizes between them, and it's being respected. The price does react off that trend line.
Yeah, indeed. It looks pretty good.
Or
Maybe it can be
index.
drawn a little better. I don't know. I'm not an expert. But yeah, the idea is there.
Yeah.
I don't know how you draw the second one.
No,
you
would take it from the top. You'd take it from the top. There can't be anything like, unless it's a clear, like what you did here was okay, or at least how I draw them. This was okay. This was kind of like a spiky bit, but I would definitely draw it like there. So put that to the touch point now. Yeah, that's now the move, and you can still count these as bounces off the trend line.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this was more like the manipulation, and
yeah, this was a fake out.
This one,
This was a fake out for sure, but then the trend line does get readjusted.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't have anything breaking the trend line apart from this minor indecision. Otherwise, you get this crazy line.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, so if that happens, if we have this breakthrough on the trend line, and then we'll most likely revisit this monthly fair value gap. And while the dollar will be rising, the crypto and everything else should be dropping.
Yeah. So if this happens in September, like this push could be in here, then that September low for Bitcoin is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, it aligns pretty well with the ideas that we have.
Yeah.
And it's similar but mirrored on the euro chart. It also has this monthly fair value gap that has to be revisited at some point.
Right. So the expectation here would be that if the dollar index goes up, then the price will move into this fair value gap as well for euro.
Yeah. I mean, it's just basically just the mirror chart.
Yeah. Well, I mean, casually ignoring the other currencies in the dollar index. I mean, I know euro is the biggest part of the index, but don't want to rain on the parade of the Japanese and
Yeah, but
and the
it's
Chinese.
pretty much the mirror. So yeah, this again confirms the ideas. And like this summer, I was pretty heavily trading euro, or not trading, but looking into euro and just observing the chart. And a lot of traders said that it is a very tough time to analyze Forex because the times are pretty hard when Trump came. So it's like a lot of, how to say that? Like, it's just hard to predict the movements. So market move.
Yeah,
really...
we can't predict what Trump will do. That's for sure. So
yeah, it's like Trump alert.
Yeah.
Trump woke up. And
and even if you think he said something, it might still be changed the next day. You don't know.
yeah, that's true. But anyway, like I still found a lot of really meaningful moves on euro, and I think that I started to understand this market even in these tough scenarios like this. So yeah, to me, this move into the monthly fair value gap makes a lot of sense. So that's what I would like to see. And let's move to the Bitcoin CME chart. So here we have these gaps that haven't been touched. Though I believe this one has been filled on crypto market, like on futures. So 7 and 97.
Well, that would be this move then. Yeah, just not exactly.
It was around that. Like it was pretty close.
Yeah, but close enough. But no.
Yeah, but here it was a little further.
Yeah.
I guess it was like this. So yeah, pretty much the same. So yeah, we have two gaps here that are very likely to be refilled. And I cannot even imagine the amount of liquidation that will happen if price will go there. But yeah, if we get a lot of liquidation, that will fuel the market and will go into the new all-time highs. So this would be the scenario for the next like 4 or 5 months.
What about this gap?
I mean, it is possible, but
I mean,
I believe that
if you believe this one will be hit, then it just clears both.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the long-term scenario. Even though, like, I would expect this in the next 1 month, maybe. maybe in the early October as well. So we can start looking for some bearish points of interest to buy new positions.
Yep.
I also want to look into the market cap. And I mean, a lot of things that I look at in the market cap on the dominance chart, like a lot of things have the areas where price is very likely to rebalance, to drop into these areas. So yeah, everything points towards that, towards some kind of a drop sooner or later. And it's interesting. So this is the market cap without the Bitcoin, and it didn't reach the all-time high, just slightly.
Yep. We've got a question. Hello, how do we start trading? I'm new. If you go to altrady.com, at the bottom of the page, you will find a link to the academy. We've got a beginner course just launched, so I would suggest to start there. Learn how crypto works. Okay. You still there?
Yeah, 1 moment.
So it's altrady.com/academy. We've got some courses prepared for you there. Yeah, there you go.
Here's it.
And then you can just go to the beginner trading for crypto, and then you can do the one-on-one crash course. And if you want to do more about the smart money concept, then you can go into that. And we've provided you with these for free. If you want a course from our partner, we've got a partner with the Better Traders. It's 50 minutes of financial freedom, but it's got a ton of information. And this course is also based on Altrady itself. So very interesting to learn more about how to become financially free with just 50 minutes of trading per day.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so back to the charts. Yeah, a lot of these market cap charts still didn't reach the targets. So this could be a great target once we reach the all-time high on Bitcoin, and then move the liquidity into the altcoins, or even before that, when the money starts like continues going into the crypto. I have more and more neighbors asking about how to buy crypto, so that's very concerning.
That's the sell signal. When your neighbor starts asking, how do I buy crypto? You can say them, you can buy it from me. It's fine.
Yeah, so there is one guy who's very progressive, like he's very smart, is good with investing, but he invests into stock. And when I talked to him about crypto, he was like, "Yeah, no, that crypto is scam. I will never do that. I'd rather buy some, I don't know, some houses in Spain or something else." And a couple of weeks before he comes, he said like, "Hey, I had some money on Revolut and I just bought some crypto. What do you think about that?" Like, okay, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, that's a good signal. And then another neighbor comes who was like very anti-crypto. He's like pretty much older than me. He's around 50. And he was like, "Oh, crypto is a scam. I'll never do that. That's weird. That's stupid." And yeah, and then a few weeks ago he comes and asks, "What do I need to do to buy crypto? How do I do that? Can I do that with my credit card?"
You can give me cash. I'll give you some Bitcoin.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good signal.
Yeah.
Bear market is coming.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty weird journey in this bull market. It was so weird.
Well, I mean, the bull market, as you said, was just predominantly for Bitcoin, because altcoins are just. I'm still holding quite a few bags on altcoin positions from the previous bear market.
Yeah, me too. I still had some altcoins from like 2022, I think. And yeah, it's still really tough to sell them. So
Hi, Speed Racer. Is it going down? Don't know what you're referring to exactly, but if you're talking about Bitcoin or crypto markets, then the answer is most likely in the next few months. But we do expect an all-time high. That's the summary of the first part.
yeah, so if we look at the market here, we can see that we had this weekly fair value gap that's been retested now. So we need to look for the weekly close here. If we have a candle close below this line, then this is the first indication of the potential upcoming drop into this CME gap, and also we have this weekly fair value gap below as well. And then if that doesn't happen, if this candle doesn't close below the red line, then we need to see the reaction within this weekly fair value gap.
Right. So it could be another, but that could actually be a nice short entry. So for Speed Racer,
exactly.
if you have just bought here, then maybe a good place to sell there and reverse your position to go there. At least we're looking at shorting longer, or like midterm, because we expect the market to go down towards this gap area.
Yeah, so it's really about observing the market right now. So it's really hard to tell for sure. But after taking out this liquidity, let's look at the RSI. Yeah, we have some kind of a divergence here as well on weekly. And on daily too.
Yeah. You can see this is going up and this is going down. That's the divergence.
Yeah, so like a lot of indication for me that we should have a correction soon.
Yeah, and this could be the start of it, but it could be that it's also gonna fill this fair value gap and then move.
Is this orange? Yeah, so maybe it will do something like this. It would make even more sense to take out this liquidity and then go into the order block here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about observing. So we need to just stay alert and watch what the market does in these areas. So we need to see the weekly close on this line, and then the next week we need to look at into this area. And yeah, just be prepared to short if you have good signals for that.
Well, Speed Racer says a great analysis. I prefer to buy than sell. It just depends. Like, if you're investing, buying is good. If you're trading, then you need to have an open mind and be able to trade in both directions. And we did make a trade on Bitcoin, right? Just, I mean, we had two last time. Yeah, there's one. Yeah. Because yeah, we had we had this one that failed. This one we did in the live stream, and then I reversed it to this one, and then closed it here. And this was a test trade, I suppose.
I don't know. Yeah, so this was the fair value gap test. And then was it like 15 minutes, something like that?
Well, first was a short.
No, I mean the one that was a profitable one.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was something like this. It was the 15-minute shift around here. Yeah, looks correct. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit late to the party, but I still thought it was a good thing. But you can see the trade time. Like when I saw it, it was during my awake hours.
Yeah. Yeah, and it still had like,
and that was a decent trade.
Almost 2 full days to re-enter.
Yeah, that was a good trade.
Yeah, pretty good.
Brian saying, have been trying Solana and always buy and hold for a week and sell it so far. Not bad. Beginner trader, and all the money I use for trading I made for Ethereum. Yeah, well, that's not a bad strategy. I mean, if you did that in the last year, you would have made quite some money with Ethereum. Came from 1,200 and now 5 or 1,400. That's a significant move. Yeah. I mean, I just buy and I've just bought Ethereum like years ago and I'm holding that, but I'm not really actively trying to trade to make more Ethereum. I'm not sure. Like Ethereum's never really done it for me. Like I'm doing the same with other coins like Solana and Chainlink and what else do I have? Cardano, Sui, of Ripple, even all these things I've just bought and hold a bit. But the only thing that I'm actively trying to make more of is Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure which one is the better approach. Like, it's good to have a strategy and you stick to it. So
yeah,
that's really good. But
I mean, my investment portfolio is expanding into different altcoins as well, but I'm not actively looking to increase the stacks per se.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that Ethereum, it was like overhyped at some point. Like in 2021, I guess, was pretty overhyped. And then it seems like someone was actively trying to downhype it. I don't know, like underhype it, saying like, no, Ethereum is useless. Don't buy it. Buy something else. And meanwhile, they were buying Ethereum while saying that it is useless.
Yeah.
And the same was with XRP as well.
Well, I mean, XRP or Ripple was actually being pursued by the SEC, of course, which other coins have been as well, but most known cases against Ripple, or the most known cases are against Ripple. And yeah, that Ripple's also been recovering really well.
Yeah.
Speed Racer asks if we live every day. No, we're not live every day, but we're live 3 times a week on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. So hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified when we're live.
Yeah. I don't really see anything on Ethereum, like any clear indication on where it's going. Yeah, so we have the bearish divergence here for sure on daily, and probably no, on weekly it's not that not good. But after taking out the liquidity On daily, we can observe this area now. It's actually revisited already, this fair value gap. So yeah, we need to see how this fair value gap stands. And if it's being like if it ends up as a resistance, then we might have moved down from that. But it's also possible to have another resweep of their all-time high and then to move down. So I would look for two possibilities here. There's a comment about the Bitcoin.
Yeah, about the move heading for retest 109,519. I think I need to zoom in a bit more because that is a well, I mean time frame wise as well, like 4 hour, 1 hour.
Yeah, I'm just
Brian saying I would love to use Altrady, but I don't know if it may be of use for me. Well, the good thing is that we have free trial, we have free paper trading, and so you can try it out for yourself and see how it works for you. Also, if you're really interested in learning more about it, then I would suggest to sign up for the Bitmart webinar that will start after this live stream. And then I will explain more about the use case of Altrady and why it may be better for you to trade using Altrady instead of trading on the exchange. Obviously, your money stays on the exchange. You're trading on the exchange. This is trading on Binance Futures, but it will enhance your trading.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I tried for a couple of days trading on the exchange after spending like 5 years trading on Altrady or even more. And yeah, it's really hard.
And we've just got another subscriber. Thank you, Speed Racer.
Hey. So yeah, about the Bitcoin, again, as I said, so we need to observe the weekly close and see when the price will be closing by the end of the week, and then observe how it reacts to this weekly fair value gap area. But yeah, it looks very likely to go down in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and it aligns with so many other things as well, right? So it's not just, we're not just looking at the Bitcoin market here. We've looked at the market cap, the dollar index. All signs point towards a correction in Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah, also this Ethereum to Bitcoin chart looks interesting. So we are approaching the monthly fair value gap here. And this can be the beginning of the correction on this chart too. But it's probably, we need to wait for the August close, and then we'll see this retest of the fair value gap. But yeah, I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
And if that happens, it means that if Ethereum will be dropping against Bitcoin, it means that Ethereum against USDT will drop much more than Bitcoin against USDT. So it means Ethereum would be much better for shorting in this period.
You mean the percentage change would be larger for Ethereum?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I noticed trading on Forex. So I didn't pay attention to the like correlated markets like Euro versus British pound. But I noticed that if you look at these and you see that, for example, Euro is being weaker, then it makes much more sense to short Euro and to long pound when it's going up. So it makes much more profit. And now I'm trying the same approach here.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you expect the Ethereum to drop against Bitcoin, it means that Ethereum will drop much more against USDT. So you have much better opportunities shorting Ethereum compared to shorting Bitcoin.
Yeah, but still, I find Ethereum, to be honest, for smart money trading, I find Ethereum and Bitcoin very difficult. I mean, that successful trade that I had was good, but I can't say that happens very often yet on Bitcoin. The other markets seem to be more. I don't know what it is. Is it the volatility in the other markets that the manipulation is easier or something? Maybe something like that.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but yeah, I found Ethereum really hard to trade as well, and Bitcoin too. Now open Solana. Let's see what I have here.
Yeah, because there's one thing about being able to understand the bigger moves in Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's another thing to find the correct entry based on the smart money concept, right? So the just because we're saying like, hey, look, the price is most likely going to go there, you still have to follow your entry strategy. And if it's difficult to find the entry, it might not be a profitable trade, even though you knew exactly where the price was going. You have to base your entry at that as well. You can't just say, oh, you know what, the price where it will move to is lower, so I'm going to sell now. Like that's not a strategy, because then you can't apply proper risk management, because where do you set your stop loss? Like if you sell now and it continues to go, and Bitcoin continues to go up first, where do you set your stop loss? Would you say, okay, I'm not going to use a stop loss at all? Well, then you're just trading with 100% risk, which is really, really bad. So yeah, by all means, like the information that we give here are just our views of where the market will move to, but we still need to look for the proper entries using the smart money concept strategy.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of times I notice these big moves and then I expected them to happen like right away, and it didn't happen. But then when I stopped believing in this idea, so the market will go down, for example, in some area, it went exactly where I expected it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, exactly. It's just too eager, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's about really observing the market and waiting for the opportunities. So what I'm practicing now is that I'm building like weekly trading plans. That's mostly on Forex for now, because it's like too many markets on crypto, and I don't want to be too distracted. So I build my trading plans for the week where I expect the price to go, and then every morning and every, like, I don't know, in the middle of the day, I check the market and see if it's going into the direction that I expect it to. And then I adjust the plan. So I set my alerts and I just wait for the price to get where I want it to be. And then I enter my positions as soon as it gets there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds so easy, but I really struggle with the discipline.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that it's about keeping it up and setting a schedule for yourself to actually do it.
Yeah. So what I also wanted to do for these market overview streams is that I'm not sure about the next week, but maybe in September, I want to start doing these trading plans for crypto.
Yeah.
So instead of just looking at the charts, I will present you with my trading plan for specific crypto coins, and then we'll discuss them.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I hope this will also help me with consistency and discipline for myself.
Exactly, because then we have to prepare for the stream. We have to, this is also like one of the reasons why we started these streams, right? So it was to learn the smart money concept and the strategy. And I mean, look at us. We've been doing these for months and months and months, and we've actually been fairly consistent, given a few missed days here and there. But that's just life, you know. Those things happen. But apart from that, I've done more learning about the smart money concept in the last few months than I would have ever done if we didn't do these live streams.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, it was like
yeah,
6 months or something like that, but pretty consistent streaming.
yeah.
So, yeah, and look at your backtest results.
Yeah, if the backtest results would be perfectly executed in live trading, I wouldn't have to do these live streams anymore. But yeah, then it comes to like, it's easy, or for me, it's a lot easier to sit down for an hour and do a backtest session than it is to consistently trade in the market with all the other stuff that I'm obviously doing in a week. But that doesn't mean that I'm not learning a lot from this strategy, and I really do like the strategy. It's giving me a lot more knowledge about how the market moves anyway. And maybe I'm not necessarily sure it's the strategy itself, but it is the side effects of the strategy and the psychology and the manipulation, and also the key levels of where it moves to. And the structures are there indeed. There's always a panic move and a correction. Like, we just don't know how long the panic lasts and how long the correction lasts, but it's always like that. It's never panic after panic after panic, or correction after correction after correction. So
Yeah, I totally agree.
In that sense, you learn so much by even with just 1 hour or 2 hours a week. And that's why I love these live streams. Any recommendations where I can learn the smart money concept? Well, on the same Academy page, the third free course is about the smart money concept. There you go.
Yeah, we have it here in the Altrady website, Academy, and Introduction to Smart Money Concept.
All right. Actually, this is kind of closing into the end of this live stream. It's a little bit shorter than normal, but that's because we've got the Bitmart webinar next. In case you're interested, feel free to sign up for the webinar and join. It's a closed webinar. It's not going to be streamed live on YouTube. So you do have to sign up for it. And even if you're not trading Bitmart, that's fine. What we're going to show you there is a little bit on how Altrady works, and why it's beneficial to use Altrady over trading on the exchange itself. So if you like Bitmart, you like their liquidity, you like their markets, you like their fees, you like everything, by all means, sign up. They've got some nice goodies for you right now. And then you can use Altrady to trade on Bitmart. But the beauty of Altrady is that you can trade on all your exchanges. So even if you already have a Binance account and you want to add Bitmart, you can easily do that, and you can trade from one terminal on all the exchanges that we have. And you have one terminal that you need to learn. Granted, it is a little bit more difficult to learn than it would be on the exchange, but that's also because it's so much more powerful to trade on Altrady than it is on the exchange. And if you join the webinar, I will show you exactly how powerful Altrady can be. All right, Roman, thank you for the analysis. We'll look back, or we'll look at it again next week. The good thing about these webinars is they don't require a lot of preparation, because we're actually doing the analysis with you all, showing you how it's done, so that we don't just spoon feed you the information. We actually teach you how we do it. And that's ultimately more valuable. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, they'll eat forever. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and then we'll see you again tomorrow on a webinar or a live stream, quick scanner, doing some live trading on Binance Futures. Hopefully we will be successful. We've been a bit in a dry spell last few times, managed to still be roughly around break even. So it's not too bad, but a nice win would be nice. Wouldn't you say, everyone?
Yeah, it's always good.
All right. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you again soon.
Thank you. Goodbye.